All right, we finally made it to the ZMan booth. I'm here with Jose Chavez. You probably know Jose from some of the hype videos that we do with Mac Hoover and from being on FlatsClass TV when we shot the MulletTron actual video. So let's talk about the MulletTron. This is new for 2023 going into 2024. What sizes do we have, and just give us the breakdown of what the thing actually is all about.
Okay, so basically we have two different sizes in MulletTron. We have a 4-inch version, which is right here, and also a 6-inch version. So this bait is really kind of keyed in towards targeting larger fish, especially things that jump, head shakes. And what makes it suited for that is that we have a pretty heavy-duty hook, but the heavy-duty hook is embedded in a line-through harness.
So it just slides out. So if you get a head-shaking juvenile tarpon, snook, big speckled trout, he's done for.
He's done for because the bait will slide up the line, and now you're connected directly to a hook. And this hook is really strong. It's got a very durable point that we put a double taper in, and the shape of the hook makes it to where when you hook the fish, it's going to push the fish
past that point where he can't get rid of the hook.
Absolutely, and it decreases the lever. So instead of being hooked up here, there's much more leverage to open this hook because he's closer to the shank of the hook.
He can't open the hook up no matter how big he is.
And we were able to make up for the thinner wire diameter, so it's still strong enough, but you get better penetration because the wire diameter doesn't make it so thick. So you can drive the hook with
very smart. And I mean, for speckled trout enthusiasts, that means you're not going to tear a big hole in their mouth.
Absolutely.
If you're a redfish guy, you're going to have a nice thin wire, better penetration hook to get through that hard mouth of a red. I mean, really, well thought out. And we got to try this bait a little bit, and we got some pretty nice fish on it.
Yeah, and I mean, you had quite a bit of input in the development process of this, so it was really great being able to work with you and fine-tune this to what it is now, thanks to your help.
So nice to have an alternative to the standard paddle tail. The wedge tail look is just a great look. It has a great wobble, a very slow rotation on your handle. I mean, I like it a lot, and I like the big size too. Yeah, that one's going to be a big snook, a tarpon bait. I mean, you're going to really be able to up your game with that 6-inch version.
Absolutely. Like those bigger fish, I feel like have totally different dietary requirements, and so
looking for that big, that big speckled trout that I might catch with Matt Chipperfield over on the other coast, or those big snook that we would see down in Stuart, Florida, around the docks, or the tarpon there on the west coast of Florida. If you're looking for a different paddle tail, ZMan has it this year, MulletTron.
MulletTron, absolutely. It's a great one.
Now here's something that I'm really interested in. This is the heir apparent replacement function locks, or is this just going to be just a better mousetrap as far as EWGs go? Because this isn't really an EWG, this is a ZWG.
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. So I don't think it's
show me the nuances of what's different about this one. There's one thing I particularly love about this one.
So there's a few different things. So basically we have a super wire hook that will work well with braided lines, but some of the things that stand out are this bait keeper that's on the front of the hook near the eye, the silicone bead, the shape and position of the weight, and the weight that's numerical that's stamped here. So now you don't have to guess.
That's right.
What weight you have.
And I love that. I mean, because there's so many times I'm like, I don't remember which one it was, but now that it's actually enumerated on there, and I love the keeper bead because it keeps, when you're a hard caster like myself, that tail wants to slide down a little bit. Sometimes, you're pulling it through grass, it'll slide down a little bit. That keeps it in position perfectly.
Absolutely. And even with skipping, like if you skip it underneath,
exactly.
Everything stays in place.
Everything stays in place. And the new keeper is nice too. It's pretty smart when you look at it. So you get up there, you can have it set just right, and I can push this through in the middle. And there you have it. It's rigged on there. Okay, and that little silicone bead, if you look real close, I don't know if I got too close to the camera there, but it keeps that from pulling down. So many times, like you said, when you're skipping, that slides down, and then all of a sudden you're hooked in a mangrove root or on a dock piling, and this keeps that from really happening. It keeps the bait perfectly in place. There's no drag. You know what the weight is. And in the past, sometimes those little nodes that we used to use would come loose if they hit a dock piling, but that plastic one, not going to happen.
Not at all, yeah.
And I like the hook too. The hook's a little thinner diameter, so you're a little lighter than before. I like it. The ZWT. It's an interesting concept, and it's an upgrade. Now, and when is that going to be available to anglers and tackle stores? That's my big question.
We're expecting this inventory to arrive in October. So sometime in the middle of October is when you'll start seeing it at retail. So a few more months away, just in time for winter time.
Well, next, I want you to show me that Rattlesnaker. That is a cool. All right, this might be the coolest thing ever to kind of tame Elastec, because one of the properties about Elastec is its resiliency, but it makes it tough in some instances to add like rattles and things like that. But the Rattlesnaker,
that's the solution.
It is the solution. I saw Jesse Wright do a video on this on Instagram the other day. Amazing. Gotta check this out.
So this is a great little product here. So like you said, like Elastic's so durable that sometimes getting things placed inside of it is really complicated.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. So we have the Rattlesnaker, which is basically a precision insertion tool that lets you very precisely place this rattle anywhere in this bait. So it comes with a storage little compartment back there.
That is slick.
Where we have some rattles. So we'll pull this rattle out of here. And the way this works is we have a plunger that we're going to disconnect for now, and we have the needle portion of it. So now I can take my bait and I can insert this rattle anywhere I want. So I'm going to go underside belly in between the hook point and the eye of the hook.
A natural spot where to go.
I'm going to insert this into here. So once I get it in,
kind of pinch it off.
Yep. And then I take the rattle and I slide it in the back.
That's where the plunger comes in.
We bring the plunger out, and then you just snap this shut. And once it's snapped together, you pull this part back out, and
the
now
rattle's inside.
There's a rattle, and it doesn't deform your bait.
And because the memory of Elastec closes over, it's in there. It's not coming out.
It's perfectly sealed. Yeah, getting this thing out of here would be complicated.
And this is going to be good on the crab.
Yeah.
And on the easy shrimp.
Yeah, there's not really
It's like a little croaker.
Absolutely.
Wow, the Rattlesnaker. You gotta see this. I'll tell you what, go to ZManFishing.com, check out the Rattlesnaker. Wow, great idea.